Welcome to Git Solutions. This is Lokesh. So in previous class we have already discussed the purchase consideration, that is how the companies will be going to calculate the purchase consideration under net payment method. Okay, so in this session we are going to discuss how the purchase consideration will be going to calculated by the companies based on the intrinsic value method. Okay, so before going to the concept, if you still not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, so please get subscribed today only so that you will get my latest videos. See, intrinsic value method is also called as share exchange method, because in this intrinsic value method the companies will be going to exchange the shares of the different companies, that is transfer company, that is the shares will be exchanged between the transfer company and transferee company shareholders. Okay, see the first condition, under this method the total net value of asset is calculated according to net asset method. Okay, so first we have to calculate the total value of net asset based on net asset method, that is second method. Okay, and the value, that is the divided by the value of one shares of the transferee company, which gives the total number of shares to be received by the shareholders of the transfer company from the transferee company. So when the number of shares to be received by the transfer company is known, then it is divided by the existing shares of the transfer company, and thus the ratio of shares can be found out. Okay, so I think this concept will be, it is better to explain through video. See the video. See the first condition under intrinsic value method. Okay, see under intrinsic value method, first we have to calculate the net value of asset according to net asset method or net worth method. Okay, so net asset method or net worth method, by using this method we have to calculate the first purchase consideration or total net value of asset. Let's see how. So I was already explained this net asset method or net worth method. So in this net worth method, how to calculate the total net value of asset or purchase consideration, that is by taking agreed values of total assets, right? So we have to consider first all agreed values of total assets taken over by the transferee company. Then we have to deduct, that is less agreed values of total liabilities taken over by the transferee company. So after deducting this total agreed value of total liabilities from total agreed values of total assets, assume for example you will get rupees 20 rupees. Okay, so this is only example. Assume after deducting total value of liabilities from total value of assets, you will get 20 rupees. So this balance will be called as purchase consideration or total net value of asset. Now we have satisfied the first condition under intrinsic value method. See, first we have to calculate the total value of net asset according to the net asset method or net worth method. That is, we have already calculated the total value of net asset under net asset method or net worth method. Okay, see next, it is then the value. So this value, after calculating the total value of net asset, so this value is divided by the value of one share of the transferee company. Okay, so before going to the second condition, first of all you have to know, see for example there is a company and there is a B company. Okay, so A company is transferring assets and liabilities to the B company. Okay, therefore B company is going to pay purchase consideration. So purchase consideration, assume in this method, that is in this situation, the B company will be going to pay purchase consideration to the A company based on intrinsic value method. Okay, so intrinsic value method in the sense, see, when A company transfers assets and liabilities to the B company, then A company becomes transferor company, so that you know, and B company becomes transferee company, right? Assume totally A company and B company has number of shares, total 5 shares, okay, and B company also have 5 shares, okay, and assume in A company the value of one share rupees 10 per share, okay, and in B company, that is in transferee company, the value of one share is rupees 5 rupees per share, okay. See, after calculating total value of net asset under net asset method, that is total value of net asset under net asset method or net worth method, now you have to divide this total value of net asset by the value of one share of the transferee company. So what is the value of one share of the transferee company? See the example. So which is the transferee company? So B is the transferee company. So in this B company, that is in this transferee company, so what is the value of one share? So ultimately 5 is the value of one share, right? So what we have to do in the sense, so after calculating the total value of net asset, then we have to divide it by the value of one share of the transferee company. ಈ 20 rupees na value of one share of the transferee company ಇಂದ divide ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So after dividing the value of one share of the transferee company, what you will get? That is, you will get 4. Okay, see the next statement. So after dividing the total value of net asset by the value of one share of the transferee company, which ultimately gives the total number of shares to be received by the shareholders of the transferor company from transferee company. Okay, see, after calculating the total value of net asset, then the total net asset value is divided by the value of one share of the transferee company. Okay, so after this calculation you will get this 4. Okay, so what is this 4? So ultimately this calculation will be helpful to calculate the number of shares, so which gives the total number of shares. Then this 4 is nothing but the number of shares paid by the transferee company to the transferor company shareholders. Okay, so after dividing this 20 by the value of one share of the transferee company, you will get 4. So ultimately this calculation helpful to calculate the number of shares to be received by the transferor company shareholders, that is paid by the transferee company in the form of purchase consideration. But one thing you have to keep it in mind, in this intrinsic value method, the purchasing company, that is transferee company, will not going to give any cash. Okay, so cash in the form of equity shares, or cash in the form of preference shares, or cash in the form of debentures, but only in this intrinsic value method, exchange the share of transferor company with the share of transferee company. That's it. It will not going to pay any cash. Okay, see, after finding out the number of shares. So this you know that this calculation ultimately helpful to calculate the total number of shares received by the transferor company shareholders, that is paid by the transferee company. So after calculating the number of shares, see the next statement, what is that? When number of shares to be received by the transferor company shareholders is known, so this 4 shares is given by the transferee company to the transferor company, right? So ultimately the transferor company shareholders are receiving the 4 number of shares. So that is the thing, when the number of shares to be received by the transferor company is known, we are calculated the 4 number of shares. After that is, then it is divided by the existing shares of the transferor company. Now we have already calculated the 4 number of shares are received by the transferor company shareholders, that is paid by the transferee company. Then what they are telling, so after calculating the or after known the transferor company, that is the number of shares received by the transferor company is known, then we have to divide this number of shares by the existing shares of the transferor company. So we have to divide this number of shares, okay, from the existing shares of the transferor company. So transferor company shares. So see, what is the existing shares of the transferor company? So which is the transferor company? So A is the transferor company, because it will be going to transfer the assets and liabilities to the B company. So therefore B company is called as transferee company and A company will be called as transferor company. So in A company the existing shares are 5 shares. In B company existing shares are also 5 shares. So after calculating this 4 shares, now we have to divide this 4 shares by the existing shares of the transferor company. So what is the existing share? That is 5. Okay. So after dividing the 4 shares by the existing shares of the transferor company, and thus the ratio of shares can be found out. So based on this we have to calculate the ratio. Okay, likewise we have to calculate the ratio of exchanges between the transferor company and transferee company under intrinsic value method. So because of exchanging the shares between the transferor company and transferee company, this intrinsic value method is also called as share exchange method or share proportionate method, are also called as intrinsic value method. Okay, see the example. For example, see, if suppose in exchange of 50 shares of the transferor company, 100 shares of the transferee company is available, then every 1 share in the transferor company and 2 shares of the transferee company is available. So it is nothing but ratio between the transferor company and the transferee company. So which means assume the transferor company will be going to issue 50 shares to the transferee company, so that the transferee company will be going to issue 100 shares. Here 50 and 100, the ratio between the transferor company and the transferee company, that is the exchange ratio 1:2, because when the transferor company will be gives 50 shares to the transferee company, so that the transferee company will be going to give 100 shares, then the ratio between the two companies is nothing but 1:2. Okay, so therefore the ratio is 1:2. Therefore here the companies, that is a transferor company and a transferee company, instead of paying the cash, that is in the form of purchase consideration, that purchase consideration will be paid through, that is exchanging through the shares between the transferor company and transferee company. So this is the best example for intrinsic value method, that is how the companies will be going to exchange the shares with another. Okay, so in this example the transfer company issuing 50 shares to the transferee company and the transferee company issuing 100 shares. Therefore, the ratio of exchange between these two companies is 1:2. Okay, so therefore this intrinsic value method is also called as share proportion method or share exchange method, or it is also called as intrinsic value method. And one more thing, you have to keep it in mind. Okay, so while issuing the shares by the transferee company to the shareholders of the transferor company, sometimes it is not possible to find out the whole number of shares, that is under intrinsic value. So after knowing the ratio of exchange between the transferor company and transferee company, we get for example 4.12 is the intrinsic value. Okay, so in this situation, see, sometimes it is not possible to find out the whole number of shares as a round figure. So in case of any fractions of shares, take this example, if in case of any fractions of shares so arrived at, in the absence of any agreement, it is always settled in cash at market value, that is at present market value. So if in case the intrinsic value is like a fractional value, then this 0.12 will be going to settled by the transferee company in the form of cash, and 4 will be settled through the exchanging the shares. Okay, so fractional shares will be going to settled through the cash. So this is 2 marks, a very important concept, and also it is helpful to your UGC NTA exams. That is how the companies are going to settle the fractional shares, means through in the form of cash. That's it. Okay, so very important concept it is. And thanks for watching. These are the 4 methods to calculate the purchase consideration. First one, lump sum method, and second one, net asset method or net worth method, that is based on net asset and net liabilities, and that is the agreed net assets and agreed net liabilities. And third one, net payment method, it is based on equity, preference and dividend and cash. Next, last method, intrinsic value method. So it is completely based on exchanging the shares between the transferor and transferee company. Okay, so thanks for watching.